even further beyond!
Yeah, my name's Zakashi, and in this video we're gonna be going through the Zenkai Ultra Space Time Rush event. They changed the Ultra Space Time Rush. There's no Chrono Crystals now. We all cry, but people do still want to clear it, and there's obviously rush medals and the new type of rush medals that you can get, so you can use the exchange shop. And somebody told me, I'll put the screenshot on the screen, that saying that people are struggling. So I've actually already cleared it, so let me actually open it, because you know it takes a while. I've got all Z's on all three of them, and I won't lie, they are more difficult. You can float step all of them except for the UI one. When you're facing against UI Sign Goku, it's a bit more difficult, but regardless, they're much more stronger, and it's much more difficult simply because literally every single stage one of the units has a revival. So like, as soon as you get the bar down, you have to get down again, like, and they have so many health bars of health, like it's disgusting. But I'm not actually going to play the whole thing because I feel like that's ridiculous. One other thing I do want to say is that you probably won't have exactly every single unit that I have, because I did use a lot of Zenkai units. However, there is a surefire method for you to actually go through all of them and actually have an easy time. So what I actually ended up doing is starting with Rush 3. Doesn't matter what rush you start with, but it's just that Rush 3 is much longer. It's got like 10 battles, which is quite long. I think it's 10 battles anyways. But you can see here, it's five. But it felt long. It felt long as hell. Okay, it's five battles, and pretty much you just have to be careful because one of the units has a revival, like I said, if not two. But regardless, that's not even the priority. The main priority is the challenges. So if you go to challenges, it tells you this one here, you need one regeneration unit and one purple unit. This one here, you need one red unit and one powerful opponent. This one here, one red, one regen, powerful opponent purple, regen blue. Two blues actually. So be careful with that one. But you don't actually have to pay attention to that. And what I'm saying is, because of the way Ultra Space Time Rush works, you don't have to fight with the units that meets the challenge requirement. And when I'm saying that, that does not mean do not follow the challenge requirements. All that means is fight all the way until you have one opponent which has very low health, then you switch, you basically end the battle, and then you switch out to what you actually need. So for easy sake, I'm actually gonna go to Rush 1. Rush 1 had a very easy first battle. It also gives you what units have boosts, but it doesn't really make a difference that much. As long as you pick one with boost, you don't need to really look at it. But the first challenge here for one is use 2 element blues, but as you can see, it's all greens. So why am I gonna go through having a hard time using blues the first time I go through when there's all green enemies? That's actually stupid, like plain stupid. So what you should do is go in with purples, and then when you get the last character about to die, just bring 2 blues, and bring your crappiest blues, because you might need blues later on. So in this example, I'm going to show you, I'm actually going to use the Vegeta that gives death buffs. I want to use another future unit if I can. Let's go with Zamasu. Where is he? Right next to him. He doesn't even have boost. And then we don't really need a third, but I'm gonna bring Bojack just because he has a cover change as well. And then if I wanted to, I could bring other units that could buff. So I'm just gonna go to the extremes. If you're really struggling, you can bring extremes that buff. So I know that this man does not buff purples, but this man does. He buffs crits. Let's also take, maybe this Goku will. No, he doesn't. Buff there. That only buffs Goku. I'm just not choosing to look, but one of them will buff everybody. There we go. If you're really struggling, you might want to go for something that actually look for it. So like, I'm not really looking, I'm just picking one, and I know that they will all buff each other, because you can see by the way that they actually light up. So you can see all 3 of them lit up. Vegeta, Zamasu, and Bojack. And then pretty much you start the battle with these 3. I can easily easily clear the enemy on rush 1 here, simply because I have type advantage for 1, and 2, if you don't know what a float step is, I'm gonna show you right now. But simply put, I'm gonna make sure I get the vanish step first, then I'm gonna blast here. Always blast after a vanish step because the computer's kind of slow. But if you just float, you can even charge if you want. But if you do a arts card, then you float mid range, or you can even stay long range and then use a card just after a while. You can even use green cards and then float into it. It all works the same. The computer just somehow baffed and doesn't escape from what I'm doing. So you can pretty much keep going, and then just when you're done, or you need to vanish step or anything like that, you pretty much just like wait. So let's say I didn't have a vanish step right now, I stopped mid range and I just reset it by vanish stepping. Like I said, always start with a blast, because the computers sometimes don't vanish it more than the strikes, and then you just keep going. Same process, legit same process all the way through. But I'm just gonna continue this and actually speed it up all the way through till one of them has low health, just to show you what I was speaking on. So yeah, I'm gonna play through. Okay, now that I've actually got down launch, you can see Yamcha's health is low as hell. If not, he has no health. So at this point, I'm pretty much done. The battle was actually done. So you see I have 3 purples. I'm definitely not going to get the challenge clear. You want the challenge clear so you can get the rewards. I'm going to quit here. And you can see here it actually tells you give up and quit battle. Bat 1 support members will remain deployed after quitting. So that means you can't use them again for the whole rush, so all the way through for the remaining battles. And then damage done to enemies will be preserved. So when I go in with my next set of units, I'd still have the amount of health. Not me, Yamcha would still have the amount of health. So I'm going to quit here, no problem there. And then I'm going to look for the damage, the challenge requirement. So in this case, it's 2 blues. You saw Yamcha had no health. So I could go in with 2 heroes. As long as they meet the challenge requirements, blue, I'm good. I'm going to go in with 3 blue heroes because I do not need them. But this allows me to save my Sparkins, who are the GOATs, the real saviors for me. Like, honestly. So you can see I'm just going to restart here. Wait for Yamcha to just attack me. Come on, attack, attack. Tap. GG's. And then I meet the challenge requirement and it was an easy job. So you can just do that all the way through and it will save you a bunch of time. No point of struggling with the challenge requirements. You need to take advantage of how the game mode works so that you don't waste your time and actually go all the way through real quick and easy. Now, I will say that it does get quite harder when you have the other requirements in Challenge Rush 3. So like I started with, you can see that some of them had, like this one here, the last boss had 2 blues and 1 regen. So that means you might want to combine the challenges when you're doing it. So in some cases you could actually go in straight away. So let's look, hopefully this breached the requirement. So let's look at number 4, rush 4. We'll go to the challenge. It asks for powerful opponent and purple. So in this challenge here, there's 1 yellow, which is UI, but I could bring a powerful opponent that's purple to meet both requirements in 1 unit. So in this case, I could bring maybe, let's say Merge Zamasu, who's purple and a powerful opponent. And then in that way, I'd be reaching the requirement. I could actually use him because he doesn't have type disadvantage against Vados and the God Vegeta. And then on top of that, I still have 2 more characters that I can bring. So it's just about really looking for the requirements that you need to meet. If you're stuck on what type of tags or what characters that you might need, go to party formation here. When you're doing it, you can go to the filter. So you might want to set Sparkin character tag. It's looking for powerful opponents, so that's a new tag. It's probably at the bottom, and it can literally show you what characters are powerful opponents. You got the purple options here. You might want to use first form Frieza. I do not have everybody, so I'm actually gonna go to character list because there might be people that we won't see. So there's some down here, and then you just pick from that. If you're having struggles choosing who has certain tags, and you'll know who has who's the strongest and who's not, just from like experience and whatnot. Like for example, this Frieza without a Zenkai is really bad. Is really bad. So yeah, that's pretty much a guide on how I traversed through everything. I'm not gonna give specific characters simply because not everybody will have the same characters as me. So it'd be a waste of time to do that because there'll be some people that'll just be getting the short end of the stick. Overall, you just gotta be careful and make sure you don't waste your units. Like how I went in with the heroes, so I don't waste my Sparkins. That would help me get through easy, so that if I'm having a hard time with some of the missions, I could make sure to bring my Sparkings later, such as, I don't know, Vegito Blue, the Zenkai 7 Gogeta, who else is good in the game? Dynamic Goku, Zenkai 7, anyone Zenkai 7 pretty much is really neat. So yeah, I'm pretty much done covering the actual rush. Hopefully this video was useful, hopefully it was informative, probably gave you a strategy that you didn't know to use, but make sure to use it so you can get the full Z, so that you can get the rewards, so that you can then get your Zenkai characters in the exchange shop. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video, man. Hopefully it was informative in some way, shape or form. Make sure to press that subscribe button if you haven't already on this grind to 20k. All my socials on the left is the YouTube channel, but we got Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, and a Discord link all in the description as well. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. My name is Zakashi, guys, and I will see you guys in the next one.
Please, lend me your